today's video is 3 ways to grow old gracefully. I know some people are probably going to see something and think, Charlotte, you're in your 30s. What are you talking about growing old gracefully? But just hear me out. Wait till you get to the end. You'll see, you know. So the first way to grow old gracefully is, and this is just my experience, my opinion, you know. The first thing is contentment and acceptance. You may reminisce on a time when you were slimmer or had certain achievements, but the reality is we can't relive moments. The reason why I say that is because, you know, we've seen in movies or you hear about people's experience when they say, oh, you know, the glory days, I used to be on the track team, I used to do this and that. And sometimes people really take joy, as you should, in your achievements, you know. But something that you have to do, and you can check out my video on this channel on confidence, is ask yourself, where do you place your value? Because if you place your value on things that can change or can be taken away, then you're always going to be in a place of not really feeling happy within yourself, like something's always missing. If you grow older or something in your life changes and you can't perform the way you used to, does that mean you're rubbish now? Like you ain't saying nothing now because you can't run again? You know, it's something to think of. Accepting what was and accepting what is now. Being content with who you are, how you are. One of the things that really helped me was, and also in this as well, stop comparing. That will help you to accept how you are and your life. And please check out my video, Jealousy is a Waste of Energy. Something for me that helped me on my acceptance journey was last year. Yeah, it was last year, January 2021. I was about to turn 30. I'm February born. And I just wanted to cut off all my hair. My hair wasn't in the best condition. I think it was just a long time coming. I wanted to do it from years ago, but I was scared to do it. So my husband decided to help me out and cut it. He cut it begrudgingly, but he shaved it for me. He was worried that I might do it and be walking around with half a head, you know. So once I did that, it really helped me to fall in love more with my face and just how I look. It helped me a lot. I'm not saying I'm all the way there and I don't have days where I might feel a bit down. But when you cut your hair, and I'm not saying everyone has to do this, but when you cut your hair, it's like the ultimate way of not caring what people think. It's like the ultimate way of just, yeah, I'm doing something just for me. And that really helped me so much. It was like a rebirth, or it was just a beautiful thing for me. And I don't know what better way to describe it, but it was something that was necessary for me. And it was like a start of a whole new mindset shift, which was beautiful. So it's accepting, you know, it's just beautiful. You can still achieve goals. So number 2, you can still achieve goals. You can make new goals. You know, I've seen or heard of older people who get degrees much later in life. I forgot who was I watching the other day, and he was saying his mum went and got her degree. I'm not saying again, oh, it's about a piece of a paper or this or that, but the reality is life doesn't stop as you get older. Like sometimes for some people it starts like they're just getting to know themselves at a certain age, or your personality changes or your surroundings change and you start to think more outside the box about things you didn't even consider before, you know. So there's still so much more life to live, so much more love to give, so much learning to do, you know. Maybe that there were things that you wanted to do earlier in life, but it wasn't the right season and now is. Maybe you were too scared, too shy, or maybe you didn't have the finances and skills. So sit down and really think about, like, what do I want to do next? Where do I want to go next, you know? And the third thing is, the third way to grow old gracefully is bring more life into your life. Spend more time in the Word. John chapter 6 verse 35 says, "And Jesus said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst." Eat a healthier diet, not just what you eat, but what you watch and listen to, because all of these things breathe life or death in you. Yeah, connect with people who bring positivity, peace, and productivity into your life. And that's not to say avoid conflict. Now, you know, conflict is going to happen, and that's a part of growing. But I'm talking about when it comes to your inner circle, like the people closest to you, the people that you're spending the most time around. Think about that. What do you bring into my life? What do I bring into your life? Are we bringing peace or problems? Yeah. And on a more serious note, I want to end with this. Now, this week, I had already planned to do this video last week, but in the last couple of days, we've seen in the news that Takeoff passed away. His real name, I've written here, I hope I pronounce it properly, is Kersnik Kari Ball, right? And he was 28 years old. He was a part of a group called the Migos. I don't really know much of their music. I understand like their contribution to rap and stuff like that, but I wasn't really into their music like that. But I saw that and I thought, wow, look at that. He was 28. And I remember this, and in that situation, apparently an argument happened. He wasn't even involved and got killed by a stray bullet, yeah, and died very soon after. And when I looked at his age, I remembered something a friend mentioned to me, and I quickly looked, right? Where is it now? I have the picture somewhere and I'll put it up. But your brain doesn't stop, it doesn't fully stop developing, like the frontal part of your brain and that doesn't fully stop developing until your late 20s. And I thought, wow, look at that. I'm now 31. I'll be 32 next year, 2023, yeah? And now I just feel like I'm getting into life and wanting to know more about myself and shedding like so much care about, you know, like shedding myself from the care of people pleasing and what people think and all of that. Because a lot of times people aren't even thinking of you as much as you really think. I'm telling you, like everyone's mainly thinking about themselves. Yeah, you'll learn that. But, you know, I just thought, wow, like was his brain even fully developed? Did he get to do all the things that he wanted to do? He was just going out to have fun and ended up dead by a stray bullet. Yeah. Then there was another thing that I saw, another story, about Davido's son, or Davido. He's a Nigerian artist, entertainer, and his son was 3 years old and was found in a pool. I think he was there for several hours. There were adults at home. I don't know what happened there. I find it very strange, but you know, there's question marks over that case. But that was really sad. And I saw that and I thought to myself, wow, while we're here worrying about getting older and, oh, I don't want to share my age with people and stuff like that, people are out here dying younger and younger. Because that's something about age, and I've never understood it. Even as a young girl, you know, like now I understand more, sorry, I should say, because society can be ageist. But, you know, you ask a woman, how old are you? And it's like... And it's like, bruv, like, you know, we're getting older every day. Who cares? Oh, you're 70. Oh, you're 50. Oh, you're 30. Oh, you're 33. Who cares? It's just an age. We're getting old. Right now, I'm getting older. Sorry. I know sometimes we don't always want to hear it, but it's just the reality of life. Like, what do we think? By not saying it, we're going to get younger somehow? But as I said, these things is what I've seen personally as to why people don't want to get older, because they don't have the contentment. They haven't accepted certain things. They're still living in the past. They're not achieving goals. They have no ambition. They're not thinking. And when I say ambition, I'm not necessarily saying, oh, degree, because some people would look at me and say, you're a stay-at-home. You ain't, mum, you ain't got no ambition. Not even recognizing that, hey, I'm raising 2 lives here who are going to contribute to the future of society. Homes is what makes up society. I'm trying to have a functional home, because we have a lot of dysfunctional ones. And a lot of us come from dysfunctional homes. Yeah. So if they knew, they would recognize, you know what I mean? So even there, we have to think, even if you're not going for the academic or whatever, what are your goals? Are you developing as a person, or are you just existing? Yeah. And as I said, bring more life into your life. You're getting older and you don't like it because you're not looking after yourself. I have to admit as well, there's sometimes I'm still like, oh, Charlotte, that was a late night. You were binging there on Married at First Sight. Like, you need to go to bed. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. And as I said, I really wanted to do this video from last week, but when I saw those 2 deaths, and obviously people are dying all the time, but we're not always conscious of it, because obviously we don't want to spend all our time looking at deaths. How many people died today? You know what I mean? It's not good to see all that death. But when things like that happen and it's like, feels like it's one after the other and it's apparent in your face, you just really have to consider. So this is a serious video as well, just to encourage you ladies to really think. Yes, you're getting older. There's nothing you can do about it. It's happening. But how do you want to grow old? Are you growing old gracefully, or are you growing old bitterly? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, because you'll hear of cases where people say, yeah, this old woman or my mum envied me. I'm like, what is that, bruv? Because when you look at Timothy, is it Timothy or Titus? I'm going to show myself. I better put the script next to it, because we're always talking about it. The older women are supposed to teach the younger. I can already teach someone younger than me. I can even learn from those who are younger than me. Where am I going with jealousy for a younger girl? I don't want to go back to my teen years. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to go back to being a child. I'm glad that I'm an adult now. All I wanted when I was older was to have a car. And now I'm older, I can't even drive. But you know what I mean? Like, and that's the beauty of life. When you're learning and you're moving forward in like health and happiness, and you're really trying to be a whole person, and you have self-awareness, and you have love from the God, from the King of the universe, it helps your mindset so much. So I'm telling you, grow old gracefully. Yeah, because there's a 28-year-old who didn't make it into this week. There's a 3-year-old that didn't make it into this week. And right now, today, there's going to be someone that doesn't make it to see tomorrow. So please, let's just give thanks. Let's give thanks, and let's share our age. Let's share our wisdom, because it's a blessing. We're so ungrateful. How are we ungrateful, some man? How are we so ungrateful? That's why I started to take more pictures, you know. I'm going on a tangent with this. That's why I started to take more pictures and stuff, because I realised, one of my sister-in-laws said to me, Charlotte, like, you're going to look back and realise, where are the pictures? Sometimes I think, where are the memories? Why? Because we're so caught up with how we look. Oh, I don't look good enough today. My hair's not done today. Somebody died, so they can't take a picture today, love. Get over yourself. Get over yourself and be grateful. Thank God I'm breathing. I'm here. What am I going to do differently today? Yeah? All right then, ladies. So I hope you enjoyed my video / rant a bit. But, you know, subscribe and check out some more videos. Be blessed. Enjoy life. Yeah. Bye.